We're here at the Newmar Rally in Sedalia, Missouri, and we're with Steve Gause, who's with Fantasy RV Tours and selling millions of tours right now, I'm sure.
We would love to.
Well, Steve, first I wanted to ask if you uh, are you full-time RVing or?
No, we are not full time. We spend somewhere between 8 to 10 months a year on the road, working with Fantasy, and then also vacationing. And so we still have our home in East Texas, and we love to go home and see it on occasions. But we travel most of the year.
Okay, well, good. Well, I'm looking forward to interviewing Connie Jo later, your better half, as it were.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, what got you into fantasy, and why do you think that's the best RV tour company?
Well, we were out in Quartzsite, Arizona, working a booth for some other company, not a tour company, and we saw Fantasy, and we started talking to them and said, that would be interesting. It would be a neat way to travel and get to see all over the country. And so we talked to them and went and did the Rose Parade and decided that we would join up for them and went to training in 19. And since then, we've been traveling on our own. We've traveled many trips as guests with Fantasy. And then we have also led a lot of the Fantasy tours. And then we're also do some of the sales events at the trade shows for them. And it's been a really great company to work with. And we feel like that the owner lets you run it like it's your own business, but also it has certain standards that they want us to follow. And being a business owner in the previous life, we held ourselves to a high standard, and so we appreciate what Fantasy is doing also.
That's great. So, where are you going this year, and where do you hope to be going?
Well, so in December, we're going to go to California, and we're going to lead the Rose Parade rally out there. And then we will be working the Indio trade show for FMCA, and then Quartzsite show again. And then we'll be at home for 2 or 3 months, and then we're going to head to Alaska and work one of those trips, the 60-day trip. And we're so excited. We went in 17, and we're excited to go back to Alaska. It's just such a beautiful place. It's should be on everybody's bucket list to go do. And then when we finish that, Connie Jo and I are going to run the Route 66. This will be the inaugural trip for Fantasy on Route 66, and we scouted it out last year, and we can't wait to go do it. It's a 50-day trip with so many events to go see and do, and so if you're a nostalgia person for cars and you like museums, you like old cars, you like diners, you like drive-in theaters, we all love to eat.
So what days is it? When is this?
It'll start in middle September, and then in Chicago, Illinois. And that's where the sign that says the start of the Route 66 is. And we'll work our way all the way west to California and be out on the Santa Monica Pier.
Oh, yeah.
And where the sign is, it says the end of Route 66.
That's great.
So it'll be an awesome trip.
I'm sorry, what year was that again?
That'll be, we're starting that in 24, and we're going to be leading that trip. We will lead it in 25 also.
Oh, nice.
So it's...
You'll be experienced by then.
Well, yeah. The trip, everybody was waiting on Route 66 to come out. And so as we were scouting it, we looked for things that we would want to see on Route 66 also. and there is so much history in it. And in 2026 will be the 100th year of Route 66. And so we are looking forward to that because a lot of the towns are having a revitalization and restoring some of the old hotels, the old gas station, all the neon signs. So it's going to be a neat, awesome trip to go see.
That is cool. Does the tour go through Vegas at all?
No, it does not go through Vegas. And at the start of the trip, in Illinois and Missouri is a lot of the original Route 66. And the further west you get, you'll run Interstate 40 part of the time and parts of the old Route 66, but a lot of it is not there anymore. I-40 was built on top of Route 66 in many places, but there is still, we're going to go be standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
Such a fine sight to see.
Such a fine sight to see. We're going to see some historic train.
My Lord, in an RV.
Well, it doesn't quite go that way, but that's a good way to. We'll have to come up with a song that way to make it fit with our trips. So it'll be a fun, exciting trip, and that's something you're interested in. You know, a lot of people said I've done Route 66 or I've been on parts of it, but there is so much to see. And last year when we were scouting out, one of the interesting things is we met a lot of people that were running it. And they'd be driving in an old Corvette or an old Mustang or Camaro. And I talked to them and they'd say, and I asked them, how long are you going to be doing this? Well, it's going to take me 7 or 8 days. And I'm thinking, you know, over 2,000 miles, and you're going to do it in 7 to 8 days.
You're not going to see anything along the way.
All you're going to see is the highway. So, you know, as we all get older and retire, it's time for us to slow down and enjoy life. You know, we have worked hard, we've saved our money, and it's time for us to slow down. And I tell people all the time when I get back home, they ask me where I've been and what sights have I seen, and I tell them, you know, God made this beautiful world for us to see, and I'm out to see everything I can.
So how does someone contact you or Connie Jo to get signed up?
Well, you can. You have to sign up through Fantasy, but if you would like to call us, you can call myself or Connie Jo, either one. We got a phone number or an email. You can email me at steve@sunriseonthelake.com and or Connie Jo at sunriseonthelake.com. And as if you can't tell, we live on a lake. So that's how we came up with our emails on that. And we'd be glad to talk to you and tell you the things. You know, Fantasy is always looking for wagon masters and tail gunners that are truly people, you know, that love sharing their experiences, that are happy, that want to show you everything that we could possibly show you.
People.
Yeah, people. So we're always looking for great retired people that want to come and help guide trips and show other people the rest of this world.
Okay, Steve. Well, thank you so much.